94.7 Asempa FM Sony ekosi sen dwumedie no wasugusu awutie no ma yenamu nyina ase na yensan so ma makwaba bio emfamra dwumedie eso enti we are back from the finance ministry na the minister in charge of finance at the press conference at Trudra responding to some of the issues that media men erase. But before that, no, now or the abayan kasa interventions are or mode egu krata so etumi editruja. A lot of them, if you ask me, yensa aka statement ni bi ewa enti amongst other things, no, the minister Eshase Emma the economic outlook as it is now and how our new see ete the abino inherited and yama matimia over the years and a challenger area senior akom enya impact ewa yeman yi so and also minister no ebrobro so and sana oba specific measures to address challenges odi kan ebrobro so no na specific measures no machimbe miensa edi kan expenditure cutting measures not just say aban no nneoma o ye na dwen se obeye afi mu no ebi wo ho a otwetwam ebi nso ho a otete so bebre. For example, first one and say, and I think when the last time Honorable Kojo upon Kromaba Hanobo so discretionary spending is to be further cut by an additional 10%. The Ministry of Finance is currently meeting with MDAs to review their spending plans for the rest of the 3 quarters to achieve the discretionary expenditure cut. And when a follow-up from what the minister announced following the budget presentation. After so presented 2022 budget, and minister signed by Bill said, Abaya decided say ombe cut expenditure by 20% as part of fiscal stabilization and debt sustainability measures. It is how 20% no any a further 10% cut on discretionary spending. You know, inti abang spending there was statutory ones. Inti say was say utria jumayefo car, was say loans wakoji utria interest was so and a loan nankaza the friend amortization no any statutory fund to be a was so more payment no utumi any sano inti enomono ewo and sunny what discretionary the abaya na just okay ministry way department way agency way man will say for this year and it's idea no but I mean kwa man so na fe yen starting picking reactions from other stakeholders for the minister and do you mind you say or kasafa expenditure cut or share fuel prices and the abaya area to bring the cost down city depreciation near more year to arrest the depreciation of the city my young Konianko parliament the deputy ranking member on the finance committee in Ghana's parliament, the Honorable Isaac Adongo Ewa Homanoso. Honorable Akwabe Kosi saying Suni.
Yeah, me Joso na me chaone anyway for you now.
Etie for Ejo. So you tell on can I check a couple more dear.
Yamina don't say and say no mama identity. When you have to meet drive echo do fear. No academic.
Yeah, with you. But me pacho utimi jebre etie finance minister there.
As you say, in common or share so be dealing then a common here ye Ghana ye punctual and a sikasem. And obia one Minister of Finance ewo nkitahodie na yana ye hwe won dimaso na say yenya daji na etie asama okano na ehese emwo bi wo ha yebetimi e dia mana nti mitie.
Okay, from the Utie and of course, I mean, I started my background, near my challenges, and all of that. I feel my measures, and I think the Ghana Nibiana or share him any specific measures are being Edigua Kwemu. He's gone through all those measures. We impressed, me pacho.
No kwa woman say we obi a wonim Ghana sikasem and share na we obi a wonim sikasɛm hyehyɛ no sa nkɔ ne yie a haw ne ahokyerɛ a ɛde ba ɛne yɛ ne amansan nyinaa a wɔatwa ahyia a wɔn na ɛtɔ da bi na yɛntumi angye afutuo no ama no ngu sɛ ne yɛpɛ no yɛkɔpa wɔkyɛw na wɔpɛ kakra ɛde bɛsɔ ase no sɛ wotie nsɛm a Kenoforiata kaeɛ no a obiara ni hɔ nom a wɔnim sikasɛm a ɔde papa yɛ asɛm yi ɛbɛto aso no nsɛm a ɔkaeɛ no ɛde ehu kɛseɛ bi ana aba mu na ayɛ sɛ ɔmo de ka sikasɛm no ayɛ amanyɔsɛm na ɔmo nyɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ ɔmo bɛma Ghana akuku dam a ɔmo nim Ghana sikasɛm a ɔmo bɛtumi aboa no ɛde ɔmo ahoɔden abɛtaa wɔ akyi na ɛnokora ɛka kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ ɛne nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛsɛ sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ ɛnwono anaa ɛnyɛ nwono no na yɛde bɛto apono mu no ɛno no na ɔmayɛ ɔmadwene sɛ ɔmo nyɛ na nea ɔbɛkaeɛ na akɔyɛ sɛ me kurom kasa no yɛwɔ ba bi mepɛ sɛ meka no frafra nsɛm asa na de foa nɔrko no maa ta yɛte nɔrko la bi ime na kyɛ sɛ obi a sɛbio ɔnhu adeɛ no sɛ akuro bi bɛda ne nan na yɛma no painkiller no a ɔfa na wɔnte yaw no bie mu a ayɛ na ɔdwen sɛ akuro no ewu nti wɔyɛ a wɔyɛ a ɛkyena ne kyinakyi na nkɔfoɔ wasoa nkɔfoɔ agum na obiara ka no sɛnea ɔpɛ sɛ wɔtie dwen sɛ ɛno no ɛbɛma ɛhaw a yɛwɔ mu no ayera no ɛte sɛ deɛ wafa painkiller na wɔnhu akuro no nti no ɔdwen sɛ akuro no ewu na nso akuro no ɛda so adidi mu a ɛno na ɔkɔyɛ ne nɛ.
It is a measure specific measure, especially because of here woman, the expenditure cutting measures. For example, Honorable, or say discretionary spending further cut by 10%. Earlier, no man announced 20%. So I'm more than 10%. These times call for the efficient use of energy resources into fuel coupon allocations for all political appointees, heads of government institutions, including SOEs, effective 1st April, or so by 50%. Aban impose a complete moratorium on the purchase of imported vehicles for the rest of the year. Or said this will affect all new orders, especially four-wheel drives. And we will ensure that the overall effect is to reduce total vehicle purchases by the public sector by at least 50% for the period. Again, Aban the moratorium to all foreign travels except pre-approved critical or statutory travels. Government will conclude ongoing measures to eliminate ghost workers from the government payroll by end December 2022. Almost saying renegotiation of the energy sector IPP's capacity charges by end of Q3 for 2022. And almost to further reduce excess capacity payment by 20% to generate a total savings of 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. In fact, wakase all these measures, no, se wukabo mua ebema abaino etimia save be 3.5 billion Ghana cedis. 3.5 billion Ghana cedis. That should be huge.
But oh, pen paper, but some no ye mass ye calculation make a credit. Why?
Me pacho you want me pen paper. Me funny here. And my main kind here for Safe now do a feeding at her. Many Honorable Isaac Adongo Nedin, a deputy ranking member on the Finance Committee in Ghana's Parliament. We are picking his reactions to in Samoa and the Finance Minister Eddie Atuja. Honorable, me pen ni paper na ready, me pacho.
Yo. Isika akoma ya de more kind of foreata. Ekosi 145 billion Ghana cedis. Okay, idea.
That's for the 2022 budget, no?
Yes.
145 billion, okay.
Or say, or test our 145 billion so by 20%.
Me pachawai.
The 20% of 145 billion, amount said 29 billion Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Meboa.
Yes.
Or say, he wants to feather. He used the word feather. Or feather or sabete discretionary expenses so by 10%.
By 10%, me patch.
So discretionary expenditure, a capital expenditure. Budget in 16 billion. 10% is 1.6 billion.
Yes.
More.
Yes.
And some goods and services.
Yes.
And also 6 billion. Now 6 billion, no, and more 10% you're saying. And yes, 600 million.
600 million, yes.
Into the 600 million, no, become 1.6, no, so you 2.2 billion.
2.2 billion, yes.
Into what goods and services, so any capital, so discretionary by 2.2 billion. In addition to say, what take the entire budget so by 29 billion.
Yes.
Into the 2.2, cut 29 billion now, 20% now. When you're 31.2 billion. Mwa.
Yes.
Mwa.
Yes.
The total deficit no is 37 billion.
37 billion, yes.
And the 37 billion. Now what the expenditure so by 31 billion now? Seneca.
Ebeka 6 billion.
Ebeka 6 billion.
Yes.
And this Ebeka 6 billion now. A year then a 37 billion deficit no. Amount 7.4%. Now say what it way na so we are over there 7.4%. Our bra deficit now move 37 billion to 6 billion. Nana. Nana.
Honorable Mitiopa.
Wako odisi huma ya voodoo da.
Dabi.
Say we me know na year masi.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Good. Until budget no deficit naka 6 billion. And so deficit no and from meanwhile, Usasi revenue krana and ma deficit 37 no. Obeye Jumadin amanasa kosru biem. That is a very asia krana wa ya revenue no edibeka. And so odejina 7.4. And on him say omo no omo kasa no omo ye financial analyst omo two investors no efo. No discover Ghana. Now you almost 419 we are. We are what now san tea. So about modern. You know be 2022 budget no.
I think I have the soft copy here.
Mami throw page be we are why?
Okay.
Page 332.
332.
Okay, say. O say omo ko bobo sia $2 billion a year approval your man or budget minimum for foreign financing. Foreign financing liability management.
Yes.
Osha page now. Open say appendix 3A summary of central government operations 2022. Under foreign financing, total borrowing 12.4 billion Ghana cedis. And 7.6 billion project loans. And here no workers or about saboting. And about your friend sovereign. Into sovereign no a bini Eurobond, a bini green bonds, a bini term loans, and a bini others. And no workers or about saboting. And no equity 4.5 billion Ghana cedis. Nana for calculator na enye mass bi. 4.5 billion Ghana cedis. Any sika parliament amma wa kwenya se obetimi akobo bosiano awa monone a enye project financing. Eno na woka ho asem a wo se akoti $2 billion. Yem fa ne se yem mano 7.50 pesos to the dollar. Who divided 4.5 billion by 7.5 cedis to the dollar? $600 million. In Japan, $1.4 billion. Let's say, Oba increased deficit by $1.4 billion, which is not programmed in the budget. So, in one breath, OTT and normal Yabawa Kohuma say, what is over 31 billion? And so, Bobusia, a broso, $1.4 billion. Ah, would they cut the Ah, would they cut the potty? So what you say? Mami Musa, mami ka de kwewom. Sa 2 billion na omokobogo.
Yes.
Enye dollar eni kromu no sika na omokwa akobobo tia o. Enye mu amu pe dollar akodi eja no nti na okobobo tia na odi 2 billion abegugem. Enye wo mu a omode free am no ne de omsika ba ha omobeto bonds a omse ne eduru no omompe omoton no omaje omsika no na omaje dollars akoba community o. Aban ebosia wabo a sisi ayewo sika about 45 billion Ghana cedis of debt service na ne budget ni mu na what you mienu miensa ebe yi no aban hia $1.6 billion a odiko tia sansi ho no tieni yo aban enya 2 billion na aban ebubumra oni omode bosiano omobebo ya bosiano omsisia omoye na ban bebuso there will be a default in the payment of our debt service
on Asempa FM
and this our debt service no ye omode bosiano boy amonone ni omokwodide ya omoba ya omobedi fish di kinkino ehun si hu no ni asefo a omoba betia no ekosi $1.6 billion and more. Omu here says kai animal ya anya sa Ghana ye de akoko ne se ye beba bedane sa kuro na ye se yentimi ntia we nya yentia o yentimi ntia yentimi ntia no na osia no na wo de tia sa amono ne fo bosia na okobo ya isi hu ne duru no eno na o de dollars nya dollar ye de ba beto Stanbic Bank na opedi akonya enye dollar ye de ba Forex Bureau na uhia bia wakwa akwaje weye amanyo bone ni sunsan so a akodu pempenso bia se nya 1.6 billion animani ya ye ho bekire yen sa 1.6 billion no emu $850 million na omotimi edi ho nkomo a omo ye ho syndication among some banks a enno ya no omo saka term sheet a mo heso mbetimi enya 850 na niaka 1.250 no atonjom eno na onka okase liability management unim say interest payment and liability management
yes
also kind of the liability be share so that interest coupons na edru no the people will hear say oh he said something says can o mo be you know amo di be tia onka nana enye me kan eno eti say sa cabinet ho no me say nka ye headmaster bi ti say Professor Adai nanka ye dike na no shipa sheninsa ye ka chom say manfa Ghana nyedwuma na manfa adwimpa ebeba Ghana tumpon a obi empia me hwemo akopem say mo amobedi atum say say mo yedwumaden
no ba honorable
na mo nya nya mo be ye ya mo be ka say mo eti nko ya Minister for Finance for the past 2-3 months one nam say o take to 20 and I was take to the end there afi be ka say scientists so ni na be ka kwoti say what me can say
yeah but honorable say Osha I think the Ghana for bebre na including independent analyst nyina aka ene say aban yi enhwe na omonso cuts in their spending, especially the lifestyle of government. And clearly, paying someone and a finance minister, they be good, you know. What you say? Because, for example, Omaka said, Cabinet approved that ministers and heads of SOEs to contribute 30% of their salaries from April to December 2022 to the Consolidated Fund. We would like to thank the Council of State in their leadership in complementing the government on this policy. And you can see clearly, sir, they've taken that initiative to want to bring down government spending, cut some excess expenditure, and to send the right signals to the Ghanaian people. Osi anono, here.
Nana. On sa brofa kesi o kan ya o so kan bi pam no cham no ni na ekosisika pudo wa
no.
Saa normal ni nyina normal keka siani a wa bon to fa say 20% of the budget. Saa normal ni nyina na wa keka ni na kosi to fa or say 10% of discretionary expenditure.
Yes.
Ne wo ye ne say saa 20% no na wo kire n'ani so.
Say apart from 20% on the budget, 10% on discretionary expenditure, no, we appointee salary almost in so by 30%.
So 20% I calculate I mean 29 billion.
Yes.
Salaries wom. Goods and services no. Even part of interest payments. So can say omuba be reprofiling of the public data. Na be my interest na go down. And only 20% shim. It is 20% of expenditures ni na no. Ana o chere mu say sa enom ayi adwinwe ana tietini ya ebe lead to 20%. Ana me tell say sa 20% ne nsunsu aso no. Me no we calculation no. E go see 31.2 billion Ghana
cedis. Yes.
Net say busia kran ke yakobo be 31.2 billion. E was 37 billion no kra no. Yende hia. Into about 6%. Into about 6 billion
yes.
Ghana cedi.
Yes.
So 7 billion no na yekeka ko see say and no be my deficit 7.4%.
7.4.
It is what is what by 31 billion na. Other na wo degina 7.4.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's I get that argument. In the meaning
why
say
can no kra ntre yen wonya wadwen say wo beti bibia we wie ye nyina nso no nipa wo no se sia wonya only 6 billion botia no, which is even more far less than domestic debt awoboro no. What does it say foreign market no kwa no o ko bobo sia $2 billion. $2 billion the kika and the exchange rate more is about 17 billion. Other na wo nya 6 billion deficit. Na wo timi ko bobo sia
2 billion
17 billion. What do you say?
Yeah, I get you.
And on a measure will say, in addition to 37 billion, no kako see na say, or come here boy trinko no mon take. And the kudeza meto mon take say compensation. I am employee workers na say for. And no kwa e see almost 44.7% of etwa ye dijo Ghana nyina. Ansana insi hu awutia no kwa no 46.7%. O come here no bomo a o tax revenue ni na no 91.4% die eko. Assembly nyanyam. Common fund nyanyam musika o. Gas fund nyanyam musika. National Health Insurance nyanyam musika. Exim Bank nyanyam musika. Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund nyanyam musika. So just o ko bobosia na o tia sa kai because it will cost you about 124% because no quite 33% of your tax revenue. It will himself the dear you will bet me a cat. And no tina, what we say revenue now can be a 1 million revenue. Into me uncle Bosia $1.4 billion. And Kahumana Parliament de Mayeno, na your budget reviewer, they have a pebble of Fubia Catro. Nana no munya. The pay did not know true. Now, Saban when you and I didn't obey the Madindia.
Honorable Jimmy,
revenue, who's revenue because we expenditure by 31 billion. Now, so that $2 billion. You are $2 billion, and the queer woman say, would the car is $1.6 billion as a hotia any money we are. And on our Copposian, also see a swagum. We pump into the economy bank. Nipa na obo obosia na wo ba betua ne ka no oti amonone. Amonone si entiasi bi ho. Ye $10 and euros ne pounds. Ntu obo bosia ye tia amonone nipa na okobo ne bosia no ni si hu.
See say on Asempa FM.
Honorable Metewasi yeah, Metewasi ya not say say if indeed sa expenditure cut or mo ka ho asem no. Se be ye adwuma pa I was saying a reflection on your budget deficit. 7.4, and I was saying about from.
Because we start to revenue crano, and that's our cost. If you say Yira cry, as a Bosia friend Bosiano, you can turn it to 2 million CBD. That is the implication of in common near the year.
Owie ya also okobobosia $2 billion. Let us only any ye. One kind of plan say into obi a no wa rese mu say no obeka ye ebe se sabi bi no. So who say sa ma men ka sam himself. No ye sa bosia na mo sa ko so obi anim say se bosia na akosura ma ye dead GDP akodu mpempenso bi a ye kwaji eto nyina ye di trench ho nti ye nye di anya mpomtuduma nti munya na munsia no se okwaji $2 billion asa be kan no ho na no so say debt to GDP be ko be 87 no baby ansana oria no to ria wasanto asa trench ho was ya wakoboy ho nti ete so obi a ofe droboni ni aka tete droboni bekun wanu munse ya mayese wenimu a ye hu say cirrhosis will liver ebeko ani e ka tell say dai appetitinum aso ba ya also o say anopai mo ka say menya appetitinum na me da ha me pepo sententen no me fan chiro ko dina ba wa me dey one thought no e say won say me ho adina ho withdrawing pangs of a drug abuse person. You have abused these loans, it has become poison in your system. You say if you don't bring additional poison, you will die. You are when you say some poison you have to
This year budget, no, what Parliament approved, more approve external financing before the government and
external financing. And I mean, I may say. Net now could see 4.5 billion.
4.5 billion. Okay.
4.5 billion Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Who is changed by 7.5 Minka 8.5 or 7.5. And who could see $600 million.
$600 million, yes.
Never said now $2 billion. Let's say $1.6 billion is now quite in an annual. And no national. Ayo de one Koposiana. Na Ghana be yen tintia ekrom. O se le dia so de yen tia eni ho ka se yen tia ho. Ti ka se yen tintia.
O ka se yen tia Paris Club na ebe yi wafim.
Paris Club ben ye be to mu bibia be kwa mono ne. Wa ban o president kwa ko du amono ne ha ye be di ne plane. Na wanantia ba Ghana. Nti yen tia no etwam Seviano, yentimi tia na eba so. Abai we be do amugide ekwo no, yentimi tia abai.
One other critical thing, said you can yen revenues in so you betimi a generate e wo man yi mu. So we share because a lot of these calculations ni na hinge on yen revenues. Abaya ka said this year no they expect to increase in revenue generation. In fact, many GRA for didn't come out the last time. No, almost your more targets is here no, and around 80 billion Ghana cedis. So we share a buying revenue measures are minister announcing and then or say one begin the implementation and collection of the revised property rate by the end of April 2022. Implement the EVAT, e-commerce, e-gaming initiatives by end of April this year. Roll out the simplified tax filing mobile application for all eligible taxpayers by July 2022. Impress upon Parliament to fast-track the passage of the e-levy bill, tax exemptions bill, and fees and charges bill. That's very critical. Point number 4 here, very critical. Is this something Nana, Parliament is
Nana,
will be supporting them on, Mipacho?
Nana.
Honorable.
E-levy. Please, yeah, I done it in Fante for some. One thing who say of the Capcos na Palm on it, and now of the elimina na choir, I would yakon yasan. E-levy, yes, say, Nayaresa, our Parliament. And oh, sorry, what the e-levy in Antakrade? Ya bet ye so dined ruho. Adia bet ye so dined nam tamale. And so baby na Yaresa no a walk qua port Canada. Oh, ma. And so ko baby I would say, a boy up for ya, what did name? Parliament never me or what Yaresa. Nay, no quite a stress on Bekuno, also on Fanema. Nana, you better Parliament every January, every Sunday. One will say the e-levy Abadan.
Debbie.
But what is it? You live the other day.
No, what I know is say more finance committee in there. You've dealt with the bill, right?
You see, that is another challenge. It is a bill, no, any aban se mo a. Aban ko na o nenam edi no, enno fa so ne dia. Ya na esen ke nenam, ne say bill bi abeto yenim. Na ye pe magen, ye kwa ye nkoye den. Oba ye no be pose ye say ye no certificate of agency. And I can say, sir, we know. And yan to say, ye no certificate of agency. And none to quiet cool, you know. Nay, ye live in no crown come or ye do. Now, sir, a beya, ye baby, he live on Edumani in the whole Jumani na Dakro. And I can say Dakro, dear. And ya, dear, I say, bet me, I enter. If you are, they say, I'm not that you live in more among Famba. More more control government business, our parliament. See? Any affair, any minia friends and adlegiri.
Yeah, I know them pre.
I know them pre. Mona mo try eduma mo pese ye fine.
Ekusi saying.
Ye betra ho be bosumi mi enseni no. Mo fa ebi mba say aban eduma we na mo pese ye mam. Nso mo na mo say edin. Say minority. And so minority doesn't control business on the floor. More fine, more other papers, so more business statement and maso. One now share a buy a Juma so parliament. No, one for a Juma be a medai and say, a buy says a Juma way who a Hundiano pa. And Timon Namundi Hunduma, now a buying Tim Fanko Yajuma. See a better to my Yadiatu, Yanin to Musua, Yanin to. Now, Yanyatum, another Yadiatu. I know the Okoboy Koebua. Yet was it.
Yeah, but no question. I mean,
sorry, the Delmo of the Ghost. Now, he levy one in Nambedia Parliament. Now, I ask and one quad.
No, but honorable, the enemy Busane say, as we speak, no, the bill has gone through the committee. Yeah, trying to say about plenary to go through more first reading, second reading, baby amendment one or more. Is that not where we are now?
And why the control this process?
Okay.
Why no determine government business? I say a fan of law.
Ekusi saying on a.
I know Muntaka na ye, and Haruna na ye. Abai ne party. Emra chef one now omo do manimu from leadership of the majority. Omo na so omo call leadership ni tabaka so eneju abedie no ana ayi week ebe. Ya pesa ka ye hwe abai sikasam hye ya fe no ilevi. Inti ye de hye ye nwoma no so. Na ye ne aka se debi ye nye ready ana ye ready. O fa mai. What do other paper business statement ba me busa opra obeka brofo keke. Uwiena adekina ye the other paper eno na ye agenda for the day na eni so na me azekadongo masore say ye bom ekutia say ye na ye say ilevi ye beku nti no mpacho ye ilevi ne e wa bra eni ehise ya ye ba bedi hoduma
bedi hoduma wo parliament ne mu
nti atro omo say so omo pe ilevi a omo nya so omo di ilevi no nam bebia na omo de namwa sisi omo de nakọ osofo bompa ya mame omo de nakọ odinsini ho aka parliament ahonso na ya sanwo
yeah ba
omo de namwa na fe aboyi ewuwie na omo de ne ba parliament no obewu a na mo na mkunu na say parliament ekunu
ba eba parliament say eba say eventually omo de ba na mo nso mo ya representative of the people no minister Chiremu a omo the town hall meetings akoko for the attack rade tamale wa anywho now the omanfo can nyina say they want everyone to pay taxes, they want government to be accessible, they want parliament to get on with its work, they want employment for the youth, they want agrarian industry to thrive, they want us to tackle our debt problem and raise more revenue and to prosecute offenders. Enti minister abone tofa o say omanfo say 11 the omo pay the omo hiane accountability, transparency from government. Indeed, will that reflect in parliament? Monso mobeji atum. Said your man for so
open. Yes, ko fie no. Ye ne ye mpeso ase for kodi nkomo no. Omo ka say say ile ne de omo mpanichi na omo mpanichi. Nenso na omode omasema me say memra memedi ho adwuma wo parliament.
Yes.
Oman kan ne minister ka kire ona nkire mi o. Ade omo ka kire me ne say adongo 11 no yempe. So du ko na wo de wadwen ko pass 11 ba. Na ye hu say what tia 11 a ka hu say wo nko biem. Eno na omo ka kire me.
Saying on Asempa FM.
Nti eno na me di adwuma. What in the making? Na can overata kwa no. Oman kan kire me say that as a shame proye no omonte so. Oman kan kire me say ono no company data bank. Any chance do go a company Black Star Brokerage. Omo no omo di animu kobo bosiama Ghana. Eti ho faso no. Omo yi fro na nyina ya mbo pepepe. Oman kan kire wo. Oye na ye ntia 11. Na wo de wo fa wo company. Na wo fa nyen faso sa moa. Bede share no sa na kire no school. Sa na kire no school say data bank face camera no. Na ye de kakra na ewa wallet mu no yen san fa betua no ka moa. Okwa yan kan no antre no. Sa wanti a me ka ten say asemo o mo de tifie no no. O mo ni nye data bank ne Black Star Brokerage. Ana o ma bobo siama Ghana ye egu no. A o mo na o mo di fees e di commission. Na ye de ye ntia ye momo no. E no ka ho bi na o mo se me ye ndim. So antene sa ka chen se me me sa no ka trem.
Yeah, but I'll say the paragraph number 37
on Asempa FM.
Also, your government, the Akufo-Addo administration, is determined to turn things around and has the skills, discipline, and compassion to do it. But to do so, we must not allow our fortunes to be misdirected by speculators and naysayers, those who only thrive when we allow avoidable uncertainties to hold sway in the affairs of our nation. Government will, by this, appeal to Parliament to put the nation first and work in partnership to serve the people of Ghana right. Paraphrasing Psalm 122 verse 7, and that's Psalm 122 7, sorry. I pray that peace be within the walls of Parliament and sobriety within its towers. It is a more hard by honorable.
Nana, Obompa no, Ntinyankofo an yi na sutre se edwuma wo de data bank ye no egu oman no. Nyankopon yi na sutre se enye se wa wo de company ebe ye edwuma wa office na wa se pianika. Ye ne ono wane na odo Ghana. Ghana do ye no e wo ye ni nsem. Ana ye ne Ghana no enye minister ene ne nkofo. Ghana eya ankura omo chiro omo si yempe enka asem traban na omo asetremu ehin ha ho. Ndi so obedi di atem say ye naysayers ene ye de nyen a ye tem.
But also say ne bompire by the end of March
Papa o bompire wi a o ko du office ya enche bi obetro check ama data bank.
The all can say by the end of March all things being equal, e-levy will be passed. One te hono.
Na na say no dia minti no hu du sini bi okọ no ha akoyi na sutre se ohwe mu no. Ohwe hu mu no. Wo hu se apase. Ya ma hu mu na ka kire. Ndi se hu mu ade na o twama end of March. Because me hu se apase e-levy. Me so men kan kire ne say e-levy no ma approve. So we are watching Pobia on country. Na yenja 11 commodity. Says wo hu on country.
Honorable
na atem dia o dia say ye say ana speculated. Ejuma keno forata de tikana no. Ye ka se ka ho asema ade betien. Ye se obia. Ye hu so wo Ghana esro wo ni mu. A wo de Ghana di ni ye edi ni nokura mu. Awo no ankasa emfa kwan bia so enya mfaso emfi Ghana ho no abeka sema kire yen.
Honorable Nami Busa say the legislative arm na a critical arm of government. And they are executive na are making move. Say almost salaries na are no more so by 30%, no. Wow, we are member of parliament, a member of the legislature, no. would you also advocate for same? Say, be our colleagues, no? Mun show some leadership in these trying times. Now, munye salary cut kakra just to rescue us from Bibia Yakwa Kudu CCA.
Ndi okusenko wiri moko na ponchini enti hu fifi mwa. Keno forata so mo be che omo fees na omo di data bank ate no. Omo tibi mamia meja salary ni na manako. Why?
Oh, that means also who say
Nana enokura meka kra o say mfaso o manya no adan we mu no. Omo ni moral right so omo be ka salary cut ate obi. Me obi ti me salary so me court.
Hey, now some men are
now you wouldn't you know say when you didn't know
Asempa FM.
ya sika ana mo fum no de se de wo ho ama Ghana toto apansa mawia kakra na me de me manu ene me re ne me mane the consequence no me san me fam kan ho ada me room ni nkosoro.
Oh, now say other appointees are almost 30%
omo na wa ba mu so omo na omo wa ba mu omo ka fuel uti so omo se ye wo fuel uti se ye wo fuel
Asempa FM.
obey
meet you honorable.
ye ka say ye fuel allowance so no uti se ye wo fuel na mo ndi fuel 5 years na me kakra no me fanto fuel na ugu aban ni wi a me sa de me kakra na be ka ho sa na ye no
And
what the kakra me sa na ye ndia
any proposal for MPs to receive salary cut will be rejected.
it's a waste of time.
It will not happen.
I say it's a waste of time. But even contemplating it is a sin.
Hey.
From the way these people have taken advantage of our country, to think about cutting somebody's salary in parliament is a sin.
Wow. That's really interesting. Ain't he? Yeah, but I think I'll leave you with also the quotation or the ending in his speech. I mean,
the quotation is them one baby.
oh, sir. Where do you say?
No. In 2017, Obekachire said, Jesus fed the multitude with 5 bread and 2 fishes.
We also Jeremiah 29:7.
Nana, Mr. Abakwa sorry mum. Ja kana mi yati.
Also seek the peace
Nana,
and prosperity.
Kana mi yati. Ashebe bufu okra.
Alright. Honorable Adongo. Ma me na si bibia ni a ye be baba be di nkomo bio. Why?
Me so me da wasene akwenya odi ama me.
Yeah, that's That's the deputy ranking member on the finance committee, the Honorable Isaac Adongo and Moten and Kanekosi saying Suni.